Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday morning, and I want us to build on yesterday's devotion where we looked at the promise of the kingdom that was expanded through David, the promise that God gave to David. But in all of this story of the Bible, we find complications, and oftentimes there are complications that occur right after the promise is given. And I think one of the reasons for that is so that the people will have faith in the midst of those complications. I think in a way, God is building our faith as well. But we see that in the story of the Bible. And following this promise of the kingdom, true to form, the Bible moves into additional complications. A kingdom has been promised to David, and right away, we find in the Bible a host of kings that are just not good kings. If you read the Bible, some of them are horrible. They're worshiping idols. They're involved in immorality. They're leading the people into immorality. And at the end of 400 years, the kingdom is destroyed. Before that, it's been divided, and everything is a mess. Now, we look at that and we would say, God has failed. He hasn't kept his promises. And at that point, we have the promise given to Adam and Eve of a deliverer, and there's no Messiah on the scene. The prophets have spoken of a Messiah, but there's no Messiah. There's no king. There's no kingdom. In fact, at one point, Israel is thrown out of the land that God had given them, and when they return, there's only a remnant of people that return. So we come to the end of the Old Testament, and we see that this promise seems to be frustrated. And even as we finish the Old Testament, there's a sense that there has to be something more to this story because it can't be over at this point. Well, that means that there is more to the story. And that brings us then from that minor key that where the Old Testament ends to moving us toward the major key of the New Testament. Now I'm speaking as a music person here, okay? But we see that it has to move in to the conclusion to the story. Well, that's what the New Testament is all about. We're going to look at that tomorrow. But in the meantime, we're sort of in a predicament. We've come to the end of the Old Testament, and it seems that the promises have not been fulfilled. Well, we better read further in our book, okay? I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll look at the next chapter. Bye-bye. God bless.